In 2007, I began my first journey to becoming a musician. If you did watch Idols back in 2007, you might recognize this face. If you didn't, you probably didn't vote. Thanks to you also. And I remember my very first audition, I sang in front of four judges, 3 cameras, and it was a nerve-wracking experience. But I did this song by John Legend, and it's called Stay With You. Hope you enjoy it.
We're growing stronger every day now. It feels so good when there's no doubt. I will stay with you.
Funny enough, I didn't study music at all, I studied a formal career in information systems, a Bachelor of Commerce at university. Music for me has always been something that I've loved. Although I studied and, got into a job for a number of years, the passion inside of me couldn't die. So I decided, let me take this and pursue it, no matter how long it takes. It's something I'm willing to give a try. So ever since then, since 2007, I've been working hard, obviously, to record my music and to write my music for that matter. That's basically where the journey began. I write music that speaks to me. I write music that speaks to people. When I write my music, I don't really have a time where I say I'm going to sit down and actually write a song. It's the kind of inspiration that comes from what I've experienced in my life. It's the kind of inspiration that I respond to, and that's how it turns out into a song. The first song on the album is entitled Song of Brotherhood. That song inspires the whole album, basically, what the whole album is about. I sing there about walking together as brothers, how we can actually change the nation of Africa, because we are a nation. And the way I used the rhythm, the Africanness of the rhythm, had to appeal to who I'm talking to. So it was important to bring in that African element.
Now I get asked, why do I write mostly in isiZulu? Besides the fact that it's my mother tongue, really, I remember growing up, we sang songs in English that we never understood. We even made up our own words at some point.
Agipili is a Zulu love song. I think every language is beautiful when you speak about love. That's what makes French so beautiful, because apparently it's deemed to be the language of love. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do in this song, trying to portray my language as the language of love. When I recorded the song, I felt there was something missing, and it hit me. You need a saxophone in that song. And when we recorded the saxophone, it just brought in this new element of sexiness, if I can put it that way, It's just one of my favorites in the album. I really wanted a big song in the album. Like, I'm a big fan of your big band sound, your trumpets and your saxophone. The song is basically about moving on with love, just trusting love to keep you going. Don't look at a whole lot of things or factors before you fall in love. Don't think too much. Just do it. Like Nike would say, just fall in love. So in this song, I am upbeat all the way and jazzy, you know. It sounds really up there. It's one of those songs that you can enjoy in any occasion. I was in Cairo in 2011 on holiday.
I just stayed in my hotel room and then I fell into a light sleep. And this tune came into my head. And I promise you, everyone was there. And all these guys that you see here, the entire band was there. The sound that you hear today was there. So this song came in a light dream. Hence the word dreaming in Cairo. Does it make sense? Yeah.
I went for that hauntingly beautiful sound. And hauntingly beautiful music has very limited chords. And I made sure that in my lyrics and in my melodic lines, I keep it very simple and just add on those harmonies that would add that beauty into it. So it's one of those songs that when you listen to it, it'll stay in your head forever. Lay Me Under Your Love is a love song with spiritual undertones. What I did in that song, I made it sound like a love song, but I also wanted to explore my classical side because I've got a very strong classical background, and that's why I use mostly your acoustic guitar and prominently the strings as well in that song. Being part of a music video was a brand new experience for me. I was just having fun. The song is about what true beauty is. If you're looking for beauty, you need to look deeper into the eyes of somebody and you will see that beauty. You will see it in the way they carry themselves and in the way they behave around people. So we wanted to portray her as this humble girl from a humble background who cares about people, who loves children. So it was important for us to carry that theme throughout the entire video. I'm looking forward to doing another music video soon where I'll be the lead. The photo shoot was a lot of fun, I must say. I had the opportunity to work with a very experienced photographer, Jonathan Andrews, and the look that we were going for is vintage. And the right brand to implement that look for me was Markham. They were very kind enough to sponsor me. For the album cover, that's the kind of look that we went for. Even in the artwork, we went for the vintage look because it also goes with the style of the music that I do.
Brother, man, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Up and Coming is an initiative by a lady called Mandisa Kwebulana from Imbumba Productions. And the whole aim of the project is to give a platform for up-and-coming artists around Johannesburg. That was the first time I performed my own material in front of a live audience. We were sounding quite tight and everyone is confident. I'm sure we're going to pull on a good show, And that's the thing about having a show. It happens once, and you just have to give it your all because it won't happen again. You can't restart and do all those things.
His name is Sabelo Mthembu.
Going onto stage, I was very nervous. But when I got up on stage, I just performed. And for me, the pleasure that came with it was just overwhelming. And after getting off that stage, it's the conviction in me again that said, You got this.
Brilliant, inspiring, amazing. I said to him I want to take him under my wing because he's hit me right there. You hit me there, I'm taking you under my wing. And I'm going to make sure that he gets where he needs to go. He's brilliant, he's brilliant.
I worked on the album with Reno Zilli. He is the producer and band member of the Graham Watkins project. I was very fortunate enough to find someone that I can have an open and honest working relationship with, someone who would also allow me the room to craft that sound and to be creative as well, the room for creativity where any boundaries can be pushed. And that's exactly what we did with this album. We pushed boundaries basically and did things that we never thought could be done. At some point we put in a brass section of about 5 players, brass instrument players. We even put an Indian tabla player. It's obviously a sound that I had in mind, and bringing it to life was possible in this environment.
People buy.
Watch out.
No piracy or chiefsy or whatever you call it.
Got a new kid on the block.
Which is my team. They're not just a band, but they're my friends as well. Musa on keys.
I've known him for over 6 years now. We've been playing together for 6 years, and we've got a very strong brotherhood relationship. On guitar, I have Alex Oriekila, all the way from the DRC. Very mean guitarist, very talented.
On drums.
He's got a very steady rhythm. And I also have Stephen Lawrence. I just loved his touch, on the drums and the diversity as well. On bass guitar, we have Cesare Casarino, Italian. He's got a very strong jazz background as well. He plays both double bass and electric bass, which is a rare find. He's just so talented when it comes to keyboards, and he's very diverse as well in his style. On backing vocals, I have my brother, Sabelo Mthembu. I mean, we grew up together, what more can I say? I also performed with a very close friend of mine who is a member of the Muffins band, Sfiso Utelezi.
And the rose among the thorns, the beautiful Pabalo.
I heard her sing for the first time and I was just blown away by her amazing voice and the texture of her voice. And I'm very honored, to be giving her this opportunity as well. It's actually quite an amazing and inspiring story because everyone that is involved, especially in the planning phase, has never done this before.
We may not have the experience and all those things that are deemed necessary to succeed in the music industry, but one thing we do have is passion. And that's all you need. That is all you need.
Most importantly, in the team, I have my business partner and friend, Gift Manyanga.
I met Sabelo at work. He was one of the guys that we recruited to come and join my team. Because I was impressed with his work, I could tap into history.
It is such a blessing to have him in my life because he has added so much value to what I do.
The great plans that we have for him really is to expand, reach out to the whole world, pump his music there, and he can grow there as an artist, because he's got quality music that can have a positive impact.
Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, without any further shenanigans, please, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the person of the night, Mr. Sabelo Mthembu.
Ultimately, you are the owner of what resides inside of you. And so for me, my craft, it was important to own it so that it would come out the way I had pictured it and the way I had envisioned it. Doing this independently gave me the opportunity to craft that vision, to live that vision, and to bring it to life. You know, if there are people that I wish were here right now, it would be my mom, my dad, and my loving sister Zanji. I owe what I am to her and to my family. I love them to bits. I owe all of this and everything that I am to them.